Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakale, and I'm from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about Esau Edom. You know, it was inspired by this video that the Carolina elder did. Esau Edom is a sore subject. And, you know, when it comes to these Edomites, man, the nation of Edom, okay, who are these so-called white people, you have a lot to pay for, right? And we know that it is you so-called white people because you're the only nation on this planet that has that look, right? In Genesis chapter 25, verse 25, it lets you know that Esau came out red like an hairy garment, all right? They are the only nation on earth with this particular look. All of the other nations, okay, have brown skin, right? But also, we identify the Edomites by how they operate, the things that they do. In the book of Malachi, it lets you know that they are the border of wickedness, right? And wickedness deals with wicked things. And when you look at these so-called white people who are currently in rulership today, as it says in Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They have done wicked and vile, abominable things, specifically unto the nation of Israel. More so than any other nation. They have afflicted everyone, but they have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, which are us, the Israelites, the Lord's holy chosen people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And because of what they have done, they must receive judgment for it. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the scriptures. All right? This season that we're in, this little period that we're in right now, it shall end. But it has been very awful upon our people. Going back to the Greek captivity, which was ruled by the Edomites, the Roman captivity, which was ruled by the Edomites, they pierced Yahushai. They were ruling. Okay? It was by their decree, ultimately, that put Yahushai to death. Even though everything was supposed to happen the way it did, everything is supposed to happen the way it has happened and will happen. You know, we have that understanding that is understood. But you Edomites must know your judgment for everything you've done. When we jump to your Renaissance period in 1492, what you did to our people over there in Spain, and when you came over here to the so-called Americas, and what you did to the Native American so-called people and the Latino so-called, the mass genocide that you did to our people, the way that you dealt with our people unrighteously, you have a judgment coming to you. What you have done to our people since being able to lay your hands upon us in 1619, the Southern Kingdom as well, the so-called Negroes, and all of the atrocities that you've done unto us, you have to pay for that as well. The Lord is righteous with all things. And while it is understood that you Edomites are a whipping stick unto us, the Israelites as a nation, because we went off, the entire story is about us. It's all about us. We're the center of attention. You're really just a side character doing what you need to do. But you do play a major role because you've done a lot of things, and you know, we're heading into Jacob's trouble, which that will be your last hoorah, you know, to be able to really do what it is that you've been doing to us. but you shall pay for it. Okay? I'm going to jump into the scriptures now, and I'm going to get in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, right? So right now you're in rulership. You Edomites are in rulership. You're in your blessing that was given unto you by our forefather Isaac. Isaac had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. And Esau was given the blessing that eventually he would have the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, and that he will rule by the sword, which is what he has done perfectly. As the scripture says, he rules by the sword. He murders and he slaughters people, and he commits mass genocide onto people and destroys them. Okay, so he's doing as he's supposed to be doing. That's what he's programmed to do. Okay, but despite this programming, you must receive judgment. Okay, in the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 11, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword." Who's Esau's brother? Jacob. Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And every single time throughout history that they have had a chance to lay hands upon us, they have done so. Because their hatred for us goes back to the book of Genesis between Jacob and Esau, when Jacob supplanted Esau. But that was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemishai. It was supposed to happen. Esau is a loser, to be honest. He's a loser, man. And you know, you have Edomites out here within their own kingdom. You have these Edomites that are out here suffering. Can you imagine? While it is that the Edomites are ruling, they have their own people suffering. I seen a video of some Edomites laying there homeless. One of the Edomite women, she laying on the ground, and by her crotch, she has a bunch of flies perched right there, okay, because she can't clean herself. And you Edomites are suffering within your own kingdom. You know, it really shows you how much Yahweh Shemishai don't like y'all. It says it in the book of Malachi that he loves Jacob and hates Esau. All right? "I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and he did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." Yes. And this is why you see them treating us the way that they treat us, man. You know, in the video that the elder did, it shows on TikTok, the lady said that nursing school didn't prepare them for what it is that they will be hearing from these elderly people when they're on their deathbed, specifically these white people, these Edomites, and they're admitting to all these murders and atrocities that they did onto our people, you know, the ones that are like 100 years old, whatever else. And, you know, the Lord is tormenting them before their deathbed, because an Israelite woman, I believe through the Spirit, she spoke on it, and she said that this elderly couple, man, they were seeing, one of them, the woman was seeing Israelites children shaking in her room. They had to keep changing her room. The Edomite man, he kept on seeing an Israelite man and an Israelite woman just staring him down no matter what, and nobody else could see it, man. So the Lord is tormenting these Edomites, man. Okay? And right now, they're losing their power because the kingdom is being translated to another, because Esau is the end of the world, as it says in 2nd Esdras. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So their kingdom is going to collapse and end. And of course it is. It's a wicked kingdom. Yahweh Shemishai is righteous. Okay? So righteousness will come soon with the Israelites, with Yahushai, when Yahushai returns. Right? And you know what? Actually, when it is that Yahushai returns, let me read this. "But I will send a fire upon Teman representing one of the tribes of Esau, which shall devour the palaces of Bozrah." Okay? And Esau, Edom, man, when it is that Yahushai returns, Yahushai is coming with vengeance upon you. As I mentioned before, it was by your decree that put him to death. And you have done awful things unto us, man. You know, in Zechariah, it talks about how the heathen furthered the affliction upon us. Okay? But let me get it in Ezekiel. Is it Ezekiel 33? Maybe it's 35. It could be 36. Oh, this is a good one. Ooh. I'm going to read this one because it's saying the same thing, but it's precept upon precept. Ezekiel 35 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against him. Who's Mount Seir? Edom. Okay, let me see if they have the right thing here. Yes. The land of Edom, the land of the Edomites, you so-called white people. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Your kingdom is not forever. It's dying right now, and you know it. And that's why you're getting ready to push your microchip, which is the mark of the beast. That's why you're getting ready to commit another mass slaughtering upon our people during Jacob's trouble. And that's why it says that you'll be coming with great wrath, because you know that the time is short. It's coming close to its expiration date, man. Okay? I'll stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, the Lord's holy chosen people, the Lord's beloved. Yahweh Shemishai loves only Israel, us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Yahweh Shemishai don't love the heathen at all. Yahweh Shemishai refers to the heathen as spittle. Yes, in both the Apocrypha and in the Old Testament. There is no salvation for the heathen. Salvation is only for the Israelites, and even of the Israelites, there's a select portion which is the elect. Okay? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the wisdom and patience of the saints. To paraphrase, and the saints are us, the Israelites, because we shall be avenged by Yahweh. But we can't do nothing. There's nothing to do right now, as it says in the book of Zephaniah. Wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, for that day. Wait for Yahweh. So we must bear this until Yahweh returns. Okay? All right, and then I want to jump to that portion of when Yahweh returns. Let me get it. All right, so the scripture I was actually thinking of is actually in Isaiah, but the Spirit is what led me to that Ezekiel, you know. But here it is, Isaiah 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Who is this? Talking about Yahweh. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? So you need to envision the scripture. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. All right, so when it is that Yahweh returns, he's going to be dealing with Esau, Edom, first, and then the rest of the nations, but sticking to Esau, Edom, Yahushua is going to be dealing with them as they dealt with us. We're going to be judging them as a nation. When Yahushua returns, Esau, Edom is going straight into captivity. And then after the captivity, as it says, fill the faces no more. After the 1,000 years of slavery, right? In the book of Ezekiel, it says that they will have continual employment, but after the 1,000 years of slavery, they shall be destroyed. As it says in the book of Obadiah, verse 18, and it says, I think the scripture I'm looking for, let me get it. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, and you are your fathers. Okay? You are your forefathers. Because reincarnation is real. And so you come back eventually. The same way how you have Edomites that are like perishing right now. They're gonna come back in the kingdom and they're gonna serve out that slavery. Y'all not getting away from the judgment of the Lord, man. You must serve your captivity under the Israelites for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities, which means that Esau, Edom will no longer exist at a certain point. All right? So yeah, man. Judgments are coming for that nation, and judgment is coming for the rest of you heathen as well, man. And the wicked of our people too. But Esau, Edom, y'all really gonna get it. So with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shemishai, Shemaka Kodesh, Wa Abad, Babal, Shalom.